Alright, welcome back. It got night on me. I chopped down, I chopped down several trees, got me some more woods, which is awesome. Make some more sticks here. And what else did I do? Oh, I harvested the crops. Oh god. Got some more of that set up. But my stone shovel broke. And my sword's about to break, so now that I've got some more wood and everything, I want to show you guys some more of the tools you can get with the Tinker's Construct. With our tool forge here, you can see we can make a shovel, and that just requires a shovel head and a handle. Again, the handle is just the same tool rod pattern as before. So let's do that. And we also need a new sword. What I'm going to make is a long sword, though. It's a little bit different than your standard sword that you would make. The standard old sword, like vanilla sword, they still have that in here. It's called the broadsword. It allows you to right-click the block, and it's all the same mechanics, and everything's the same as the vanilla sword. The long sword, however, is a little bit different because whenever you right-click, you won't block. Instead, you'll do a lunge, which basically makes you fly a little bit forward, which is really, really cool if you combine it with jumping at the same time. So I want to show you guys that. That's going to require a tool rod, a sword blade, and I think that is a, what is that? A wide guard? No, that's the wide guard. It's the other one. Well, I'll match the shape up here. So I'm going to need what is that? Shovel head 1, 2. I need 3 stencils. So let's 1, 2, 3. Make those up, no problem. Got plenty of wood to do that now. All right. So stick our blank whoops, that's the wrong one. Stencil table here, stick our patterns in, and let's find, looks like that's the shovel head. Awesome. And then, there it is, hand guard. Okay, that's what it was. And a sword blade. Cool. So, back to here, I'm going to make the long sword, which, make that first. So, that's what we need, and let's go to the part builder, start sticking these in here. Sword blade, put the stone in there, and we get a stone sword. And it needed the handguard, which is only at half a cost, which is good because that matches up perfectly with the tool rod as a half a cost. So it splits our thing again into a stone shard, and we combine that with the tool rod to half a cost to make me a stone rod. Awesome. Now this is kind of going to mess me up though, because the shovel is 1, and I'm going to need another handle, which is a half. So I'm going to have a freaking stone shard sitting around doing nothing. That sucks. Oh wells. Anyway, that's our parts. We got our parts built. Whoa, creeper out there. Jesus. I need to get a whole bunch of coal and light this area up. Keep that from happening. Good God. Anyway, let's combine these up now. So my shovel. Put the, whoops, I don't need the pattern derp. I need the stone shovel head. And a rod. There we go! Stone shovel. The stone... I can't type. Stone shovel. S-H-O-V-E-L. Alright. And then for our longsword, let's take that stone blade, the rod, and the handguard. And let's rename this to stone longsword. So, sword will it fit? I think so. Just barely. Stone longsword. Awesome. Now, the cool thing about this, again, whenever you right-click, it won't block. You hold it down, and you see it charges up, and you let go, and you fly forward. Well, I don't have enough height here to quite demonstrate that, but if I did, see, you really fly forward and lunge at it. Very useful for if you're fighting a skeleton. You know how the skeleton, the arrows kind of knock you back a little bit, and you can't quite get forward to them to hit them with that knockback they do. So this helps you really just close that distance and take them out. It's really cool. So I like that. And the other options in here are the rapier. And the rapier is very similar to the longsword. but it doesn't quite do as much damage. You see its damage is low because it swings fast. It ignores armor. So like those zombies that are wearing like gold armor, it will ignore that armor, but it still does very little damage. I think it only does like 1.5 hearts of damage or something like that, whereas the regular sword, like a long sword, does 2.5. So it's a little bit less damage, but it's got a really cool special ability. Whenever you right click with the rapier, instead of charging forward like this, you just tap the right click and it jumps you backwards. That's pretty cool. Very useful for if you get snuck up by a creeper. You just hit the back up and he won't blow up in your face. It's pretty cool. But I'm not gonna make that right now. Let's save my my wood and my stone. Place these in here and stick that in there. You know what? Let's make a axe while we're at it. Why the heck not? That just requires... Yeah, okay, that works out great. So, we need one more pattern here to make the axe head. Let's do that. And it should be, there we are, an axe head. Material cost 1. And it requires a handle for it. So, grab that tool rod again. And that will use up our stone shard here. So that works out perfectly. Keep using the wrong stations. Not used to being in this configuration. Alright, there we go. Tool rod, stone shard, uses the rod, and the axe head, cobblestone, uses the stone head. Awesome. And we just select the axe, drop them in, and voila, we get a stone axe. Sweet. So, now we have repairable, unending tools. Very crappy ones made of stone, but it will serve our purposes for now. Hopefully I can get some more of this dang... Oh gosh. Need some more blue slime things. I can make better durability with that handle if I make it out of the slime crystals. That's going to take quite a few... Oh, there's one on the mini-map. I really love this, it's not going to give me an arrow. Up in the top left, or sorry, top right, that mini-map. I really like it. It shows you where stuff is. It's pretty cool. Oh, he died on me. Pooh. They die in the sunlight. Ah, they didn't drop anything. Ooh, a bone. Sweet. That's going to be handy. Oh, well. Well, so now you got a pretty good grasp on how to make very basic... Hey, hello, cave. What do you have? Any coal? Any coal? Yeah! Lots of coal. Heck yes. Oh, alright. Now we're talking. Hell yeah. Looks like it keeps going. Oh, that's perfect. Let's pick this junk up. Yes! Copper. Awesomeness. Oh no! Shit. Oh my god, my heart is racing. That terrified the hell out of me. It looked like there was a spawner there. That could have been disastrous. Oh my god. So dangerous. I don't even think I grabbed that piece of copper that fell down there either. I'm an idiot. Oh yeah. Lots of stuff down there. Had been spawner. Probably a skelly spawner. I saw cobblestone. Mossy stone. Sweet. I will definitely be marking that. Let's go back to the entrance here, and now this is another cool addition to I think it's the mini map. The mini map mod. It also enables you to place waypoints. So if you hit the what is it? The minus key, the one next to 0 on your keyboard, it pulls up this window and you can type in a waypoint. Let's call it spawner cave, and then you can choose the color of it by clicking on this. Let's make it blue. No, let's make it red 'cause it's dangerous. And then we just click done, and voila, we get spawner cave, and it shows you how far away you are from it. Pretty cool. I really like that functionality. So let's finish mopping up these materials. Looks like we got all the... Oh boy. test out this sword. Yes, I dropped a bow. Heck yeah. Oh my. There we were. Oh crap. Yeah. Die. Shit, that's definitely a spawner. Block it off, block it off. There we go. I'm not quite prepped for that. Turn this into some armor and come back for that. Alright, so, cool stuff. Hell yeah. I'm gonna pick this stuff up. Okay, sorry, I'm back. And, off camera, I picked up all of that coal. My god, look how much coal is missing from that. I even had to cobble over the hole. I got 37 pieces of coal out of it, but I broke my pickaxe. Womp womp. Because, like a dum-dum, I didn't bring my tool station with me to repair it, so I'm gonna have to come back for this copper and this stuff. And you might be wondering, what is this stuff? That doesn't look familiar. Well, that is Certus quartz. And it's added by, I believe it's Applied Energetics uses this stuff. Not terribly useful early on, so not a big deal. I'll have to come back for this copper for sure, though. And, well, obviously, we got that skelly spawner down there. But the Certus quartz is mostly used in higher tier, high-tech stuff with Applied Energetics, although there are some somewhat useful early things with it if you wanted to I think, kind of waste it, but you still use it. And that brings me to something I wanted to show you guys with NEI. Whenever you pull up NEI here, you got this thing down at the bottom that you can type anything into. So let's just type in and boom, boom, it pulls stuff up. So you can see the Certus quartz dust. This stuff acts like a gemstone. So like diamonds or redstone, it pops off like that, and with a chance to give you the gemstone as well as dust in various quantities. And if you have a fortune or luck pick, it will give you extra yield with it. But you might be thinking, okay, so how is this useful? Well, if you're hovering over something and you hit the U button, it will show you all of the usages for that item. So after it loads, takes a second. Voila! Now it shows me everything I could craft with Certus quartz. You can see I can make a cutting knife or a wrench, but here's what I want to show you. You could make a hoe or a shovel, basically vanilla recipes of tools and a sword. So you could use this in lieu of like iron. It's not quite as good, I don't think. Its durability is not bad though, so it's not a terrible choice, but I would rather save it personally, unless I'm really hurting for something, you know, that better than stone. I would save it because it's used in some of these more advanced high-tech recipes like these things. So it's pretty cool. And there's another use for NEI in here. If you're hovering over an item and you want to know how do you make an electric furnace, for example, well, if you hit the R button, it will show you that thing's recipe. So nice. Now you can see that's how you make the electric furnace. And electronic circuit, hit R, and boom, that's how you make an electronic circuit. Exceedingly useful, and I love that functionality. So, okay, that covers that. Let's move along here. I think I'm about done with this episode. I think I'm going to break this into 2 episodes, actually. One thing I did want to talk about before we go is this sword. I forgot to demonstrate it. If you're outside, check this out. This is why I love the long sword. Charge it up by holding the right click and then jump and fly forward. Yeah. You really get some good distance with this, but you gotta be careful so you don't fly into a hole, or if you fall too far, you will take damage, which I do all the time, but it's so freaking awesome. I love it. Yeah, so cool. Whoa. Ow, 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 ow. That was a big fall. Alright, and I think pretty much the last thing I want to talk about right before we go here is something you're going to run into quite a lot that you might not be familiar with, and that is this stuff. Kind of, well, looks like gravel, but what is that, ore? Yep, that's exactly what it is. It is ore gravel, and in this case, that's copper and gravel. So it's literally copper gravel. Then you just pick it up with a shovel, and yeah, it works just like the regular copper ore. You can smelt it up and get copper out of it. So it's pretty cool. It's a neat little addition, and there's one of like, looks like it's gonna get dark on me. There's one of most types, so you will run across copper, tin, iron, and aluminum. So any sort of ore like that has a chance for it to be in gravel form, which is kind of cool. I like that. But again, like most of these ores, you really don't want to smelt them or in a regular furnace. This early on, you probably have to, but you really want to save as much of it as you can until you get a pulverizer and a powered furnace, or the smeltery or something like that, because those sorts of machines will give you a double output on your ore. So one ore will equal 2 ingots instead of, well, just 1. That's pretty neat. So anyway, that's pretty much what I'm going to be working on right now. I need to get the materials to make that pulverizer and powered furnace, so I'm not wasting my ores when I cook them up. That is going to require a mining trip, however. So I think I'm going to do that off camera. Pick up all my crops and some wood, and work on digging up my layer a bit and get me a mine going on down in here. But, yeah, I think it's a pretty good wrapping up point. Whoa! For this episode. God, I love that sword. Pretty good wrapping up point here. That looks awful dark. Guess it's not. Oh, king slime spawned. That is why, I think. Okay. Oh, God. Well, there's a king slime. Shite. Yes, I got some arrows. Oh, boy. This is not good. Why did all this stuff spawn on me? Holy shit!